Understanding Language Deprivation Syndrome. I'm Jeannie Nyholm, the Mental Health Outreach Coordinator for Tri-County GLAD. Hello, I'm Ricardo Nino, and I am the Community Educator. Hello, I'm Adriana Nino, and I am the American Sign Language ASL Instructor. And I will be teaching the signs related to Language Deprivation Syndrome. What is language deprivation? By definition, language deprivation has a connection to the lack of language stimuli missing from the process of language acquisition. From this presentation at the ADARA, American Deafness and Rehabilitation Act, pre-conference, in April 2018, Neil Gickman, PhD, pinpoints the common results of language deprivation, such as language skills, cognitive skills, psychological development, behavior, capacity, and readiness to use of education. Interpreting, rehabilitation, and mental health interventions. A professor and a psychiatrist at Harvard University Medical School, Dr. Sanjay Gulati, identified language deprivation syndrome as the single greatest risk to deaf babies and children in his 2016 study. Teachers, professionals, and the community members in the deaf community have seen symptoms of LDS, which their students, clients, or friends have encountered throughout their lives. In his ADARA presentation, Neil Gickman, PhD, lists mental health issues that may be impacted by language deprivation. Bizarre content, delusions, impoverished language, confusion, disorganized, coping, problem solving, and aggression. Tom Humphreys, ETAL, 2012, outlined how linguistic deprivation of deaf children causes harm in society when deaf adults exhibit evidence of illiteracy, unemployment, and poverty. For example, a deaf or hard of hearing child sits alone in a classroom, unable to communicate with their hearing peers and teacher. Another example may include a scenario where the deaf person, either a child or adult, is left out at the dinner table with their hearing family members who do not use sign language. Which is the natural communication mode for a deaf and hard of hearing user. This is language deprivation. Can language deprivation be prevented? Yes, language deprivation can be a preventable problem for deaf and hard of hearing children and adults. The solutions preventing language deprivation from Gickman's presentation at ADARA: Teach American Sign Language to the families. Communication assessments. Teaching language communication development with language deprived persons. Deaf communication specialists and certified deaf interpreters. Pre-therapy and therapy considerations. Laura Peterson and Julie Rams Samario emphasized the language is critical for being able to communicate basic needs, as well as unique ideas, while the lack of language acquisition and access is the biggest barrier to self-actualization for deaf children. Negative. Hi, how was school? Nothing. It looks like that you are not enjoying school. I do not enjoy school because I sit alone in all the hearing classes. I'm with an interpreter and do not understand the teachers. I feel very lonely. And I wish that you would learn sign language to communicate with me. Oh, I see. I'm sorry that I do not know sign language early on, and I still do not know how to talk to you. I'm mad at you. Positive. How are you? I'm surprised that you're talking to me in sign language. How did you do that? And I'm doing good. Yes, it is a surprise. It is a gift of communication to you. Your mom and I are taking ASL classes at the college. I now understand how you feel. Oh, I am so happy that you and mom use my language to communicate with me. I love you so much. Absolutely. And we love you. So, and we'll make sure that ASL would be an important part for us forever. These words are associated with Language Deprivation Syndrome, LDS. So, let's sign these words together in American Sign Language, ASL. Language. Language. Deprivation. Deprivation. Syndrome. Syndrome. Communicate. Communicate. Stimuli. Stimuli. Dinner. Dinner. Table. Table. Prevent. Prevent. Mental. Mental. Health. Health. impact, impact, exhibit, exhibit, evidence, evidence, assessment, assessment, therapy, therapy, harm, harm, unemployment, unemployment, poverty, poverty. We would like to thank Tri-County GLAD, Life Science and Interpreting Referral Service, Nine Home Art Studios for vlog editing and captions, and Ventura County Behavioral Health, VCBH, for their ongoing support. See you next time.